Welcome back to the Cash Kicks channel for expert sports analysis, the best team picks, total picks, and in-depth breakdowns based on previous performances. Stay ahead of the game with our winning insights. And for even more exclusive parlay picks, check out Channel in membership. Denver Nuggets versus Detroit Pistons. The lights come up in Detroit with real weight behind this one. The Pistons sit atop the Central Division at 36-12, 19-5 on their home floor, holding the East's best record. Denver arrives 33-17, third in the West, and 19-7 away from home, chasing position in a crowded conference race. Detroit already leads the season series 1-0 after a 109-107 win in Denver, and the numbers give the home side a slight edge again, a narrow advantage that mirrors how tight this matchup feels. Denver brings the league's more explosive offense. The Nuggets average 119.9 points per game on a blistering 50% shooting, 44% from three at the top from Nikola Jokic alone, and 84.6% at the line from their star center. They hand out 28.0 assists a night, sharing and cutting with precision. Jokic anchors everything at 29.3 points, 12.0 rebounds, and 10.7 assists on 60.9% shooting. Elite efficiency with a 1.716 scoring efficiency mark. Jamal Murray adds 25.5 points and 7.5 assists, stretching defenses at 43.9% from deep. Detroit counters with balance and defensive teeth. The Pistons average 117.3 points on 48% shooting, but their identity shows on the other end. 6.4 blocks and 10.7 steals per game. They rebound at a strong 45.8 per night and allow just 109.7 points per game. Cade Cunningham directs the offense with 25.2 points and 9.8 assists, attacking downhill while hitting 80.9% at the stripe. Jalen Duren controls the paint with 10.7 rebounds and 63.5% shooting efficiency inside, while Isaiah Stewart provides rim protection with 1.8 blocks per game. This is Denver's fluid, high-efficiency offense against Detroit's length, activity, and interior resistance. Recent form sharpens the tension. Denver is 3-2 in its last 5, alternating results and coming off a 122-109 win over the Clippers before falling 121-111 to Oklahoma City. The Nuggets' offense has remained steady, but defensive lapses have surfaced in tight games, including that 2-point loss to Detroit earlier. The Pistons are also 3-2, but their wins have been emphatic. A 130-77 blowout of Brooklyn and a 131-124 win over Golden State. Even in defeat, they've stayed competitive, showing resilience and offensive punch at home. At the center of it all is the duel between Nikola Jokic and Cade Cunningham, a clash of orchestration versus assertion. Jokic plays with surgical control, deep post touches, high post orchestration, pick-and-pop precision, and 44% shooting from beyond the arc. Every possession seems to move at his chosen pace. He surveys, pivots, and delivers passes a beat before the defense recognizes the threat, turning subtle reads into clean looks. He dictates tempo not with speed, but with certainty. Cunningham answers with force and rhythm, probing off screens, collapsing defenses, and creating space for scorers like Tobias Harris while finishing through contact. He changes gears downhill, pressures the rim, and keeps weak-side defenders in constant rotation. One bends defenses with angles and timing, the other stresses them with pace and pressure. If Jokic commands the glass and forces double teams, Denver's shooters feast on open rhythm looks. If Cunningham gets downhill and Jalen Duren controls the paint, Detroit's transition game ignites and the tempo swings decisively. Tactically, this game hinges on defensive containment and rebounding leverage. Denver's 42.4 rebounds per game trails Detroit's 45.8. Second chances could tilt momentum. The Pistons' 10.7 steals per game threaten Denver's ball security, especially if Murray is pressured. Conversely, Denver's spacing can stretch Stewart and Duran away from the rim, opening driving lanes and forcing rotations. Bench contributions, Peyton Watson's versatility and Detroit's wing depth may determine pace when starters rest. Late-game free throw execution favors Denver, but Detroit's home dominance cannot be ignored. After analyzing both teams, my first pick for this match is Detroit Pistons winner. Expect a measured tempo early, building into a half-court chess match. Detroit's defensive activity keeps it close, but Denver's offensive efficiency and late-game composure through Jokic become decisive. Denver's balance and shot-making in critical moments overcome Detroit's defensive pressure. In a game defined by execution, the Nuggets' precision proves just a little sharper. My second pick for this match is total over 223.5. New York Knicks versus Washington Wizards. The New York Knicks arrive in Washington at 31-18, second in the Eastern Conference, and riding a 6-game win streak that has tightened their grip near the top of the Atlantic Division. The Washington Wizards sit at 13-35, 14th in the East, searching for traction in a season defined by development and resilience. On paper, the gap is wide. The win probability leans heavily toward New York, but inside Capital One Arena, the Wizards see opportunity. For the Knicks, it's about sustaining momentum and reinforcing contender status. For Washington, it's about disruption and pride. New York's statistical profile reflects balance and control. They average 117.6 points per game while allowing just 112.1. They shoot 47% from the field, pull down 46.4 rebounds, and distribute 26.8 assists per night. Their turnover rate sits at 13.1 per game, paired with 8.2 steals and 4.2 blocks. Steady, structured, efficient basketball. Washington scores 112.3 per game but surrenders 125.5, a differential that explains much of their record. They shoot 46% overall, collect 44 rebounds, and average 25.4 assists. Turnovers are higher at 15.2 per game, though they protect the rim with 6.1 blocks and generate 7.8 steals. Individually, the Knicks are powered by Jalen Brunson's command. He pours in 27.2 points per game on 47.2% shooting, 38.3% from three, and 85.3% from the line, while adding 6.1 assists. Karl Anthony Towns delivers 11.8 rebounds and 19.8 points on 46.1% shooting, spacing the floor at 35.9% from deep. OG Anunoby contributes 16.4 points with defensive activity across the perimeter, and Mitchell Robinson anchors the paint with 9.1 rebounds and 1.1 blocks. Washington counters with C.J. McCollum at 18.8 points per game, shooting 45.4% overall and 39.3% from three. Rookie big Alex Sarr adds 17.6 points, 7.7 rebounds, and 2.1 blocks, giving the Wizards interior length and rim deterrence. Keyshawn George provides 15.9 points and 5.0 assists, while Bilal Coulibaly contributes across the stat sheet with 9.9 points and 1.4 steals. The defining matchup theme is simple: New York's offensive precision versus Washington's defensive vulnerability. The Knicks generate clean half-court looks and limit mistakes. The Wizards struggled to contain efficient scoring runs. Recent form sharpens that contrast. New York has won 5 straight, including decisive victories over Portland, 127-97, and Toronto, 119-92, and a composed 112-100 win over the Lakers. Their scoring margin during this stretch reflects rhythm and confidence, balanced attack, active defense, consistent fourth-quarter execution. Washington has won 3 of its last 5, including a 142-111 explosion against the Lakers and a 116-112 win over Sacramento. But losses to Charlotte, 119-115, and Portland, 115 to 111, show the inconsistency. When their offense hums, they're dangerous. When it cools, defensive gaps widen quickly. The centerpiece duel belongs to Brunson and McCollum. Brunson operates with surgical patience, probing, pivoting, dictating tempo. His 27.2 points and 6.1 assists come with elite efficiency and composure in late-game moments. McCollum answers with shot-making burst, stretching defenses at nearly 40% from three. Behind them, Towns versus Sarr becomes a battle of polish against promise, spacing and experience against length and athleticism. Tactically, the Knicks hold edges in rebounding control, assist-to-turnover discipline, and defensive consistency. Their 46.4 rebounds per game should limit Washington's second chances, and their ball security could exploit the Wizards' higher turnover rate. Washington's rim protection, led by Sarr, must disrupt New York's interior rhythm. If the Wizards can speed the pace and convert turnovers into transition points, they can shift the flow. After analyzing both teams, my first pick for this match is New York Knicks winner. Bench impact and late-game execution favor New York. They've shown poise during this six-game surge, closing efficiently and defending without fouling. Washington's X factor lies in perimeter shooting. If McCollum and George heat up early, confidence spreads. Expect pace control from the Knicks, steady half-court execution, and defensive containment tightening as the game progresses. New York's efficiency, rebounding stability, and late-game precision should define the night. The streak continues, not with flash, but with control. My second pick for this match is total over 224.5. Atlanta Hawks versus Miami Heat. The stage is set in Miami. The Atlanta Hawks arrive at 24-27, sitting 10th in the Eastern Conference, clinging to postseason positioning. The Miami Heat, 27-24 and 7th in the East, are trying to climb out of the play-in range and secure stability in the standings. The season series stands at 1-0 in Miami's favor after a 126-111 win in Atlanta. Even the projection splits this game down the middle, 50.1% to 49.9%. That's how tight this is. One team trying to rise, the other trying to hold ground. Atlanta averages 117.2 points per game while shooting 47% from the field. Miami scores more, 120.0 per night, on 46% shooting. The Heat allow 117.8 points. The Hawks surrender 118.3. That defensive margin is razor thin. Atlanta controls the glass at 42.2 rebounds per game, but Miami is stronger overall at 46.5 boards. The Hawks distribute better, 30.7 assists to Miami's 28.8, while the Heat generate slightly more steals, 9.1 to 9.4 nearly even, and blocks, 4.3 to 4.7 close. From deep, Atlanta's leaders shoot efficiently, Jalen Johnson at 36% from three, while Miami leans on perimeter threats like Norman Powell at 39.2%. Free throw accuracy favors Miami's top scorers, with Powell converting 84.4% and Tyler Herro over 90%. Jalen Johnson drives Atlanta's attack, 23.1 points, 10.5 rebounds, and 8.0 assists per game on 49.9% shooting and 78% from the line. He's the engine, pace, pressure, and playmaking rolled into one. Onyeka Okongwu adds interior stability with 1.0 blocks per game and nearly 8 rebounds, while Dyson Daniels contributes 1.9 steals to fuel transition opportunities. Miami counters with balance. Norman Powell leads at 23.0 points on 47.2% shooting. Bam Adebayo anchors the paint with 9.8 rebounds and efficient 44.9% shooting, while Davion Mitchell orchestrates at 7.2 assists per game. The Heat's offensive structure is deliberate, their spacing disciplined, their rebounding consistent. The defining theme is tempo versus control. Atlanta thrives when the ball moves and Johnson creates chaos in space. Miami prefers half-court precision and second-chance opportunities. Recent form sharpens the contrast. The Hawks are 3-2 in their last 5, bouncing back with wins over Indiana, Boston, and Phoenix, including a strong 132-116 outing. Their losses have been tight, but defensive lapses late have cost them. Miami is also 3-2, but their wins have come in bursts. A 134-91 blowout of Chicago shows their ceiling. They've split close games, including a narrow 125-118 win and a 116-113 loss. The Heat look composed at home. Atlanta has been streaky on the road. The centerpiece is Johnson versus Powell. Johnson fills every column: 23.1, 10.5, 8.0, flirting nightly with a triple-double. He scores at all 3 levels and initiates offense with poise. Powell is pure scoring rhythm: 23.0 per game, 39% from deep, elite at the line. Johnson imposes physically. Powell punishes defensively with precision. One controls pace, the other controls momentum. Tactically, Miami's rebounding edge looms large. At 46.5 boards per game, they can dictate possession count and limit Atlanta's transition bursts. If Adebayo and the Heat front court win the glass, they slow the game into their preferred half-court tempo. Atlanta's advantage lies in ball movement, 30.7 assists per game, forcing Miami into defensive rotations. Turnovers and shot selection will decide this. If the Hawks push pace and generate early offense, they neutralize Miami's structure. If the Heat control the paint and close out on shooters, they grind Atlanta down. After analyzing both teams, my first pick for this match is Miami Heat winner. Bench depth and late-game execution lean slightly toward Miami at home. The Heat have shown composure in tight fourth quarters, while Atlanta's defensive consistency has wavered. Miami's rebounding and home floor control tip the scale. Expect a competitive back-and-forth game with momentum swings, but the Heat's efficiency late separates them. In a matchup separated by fractions, control of the glass and composure in the final minutes make the difference, and Miami holds both edges when it matters most. My second pick for this match is total over 237.5. Chicago Bulls versus Milwaukee Bucks. The Chicago Bulls arrive at 24-26, sitting 13th in the Eastern Conference, while the Milwaukee Bucks stand at 18-29, 12th in the East. It's early February basketball with urgency attached. Chicago is fighting to stay alive in the play-in picture. Milwaukee is trying to halt a 5-game slide before its season drifts further off course. The matchup projection leans slightly Milwaukee's way at 51.6% to 48.4%, but this is razor thin, the kind of game that can swing momentum for weeks. Chicago averages 117.2 points per game, one of the more productive offenses in the conference, but gives up 119.9. Milwaukee scores 111.1 and allows 115.6. That gap tells the story. The Bulls play fast and free. The Bucks are grinding through inconsistency on both ends. The Bulls shoot 47% from the field, hit 29.6 assists per night, and dominate the glass at 45.3 rebounds. They add 7.2 steals and 4.9 blocks, forcing activity and second chances. Milwaukee shoots a slightly better 48% overall, distributes 26.1 assists, pulls down 40.6 rebounds, and produces 7.6 steals with 4.1 blocks. Chicago pushes tempo and plays through ball movement. Milwaukee leans on efficiency and half-court execution. Josh Giddey leads Chicago with 18.6 points and 8.8 assists, shooting 46.2% from the field and 36.8% from three, while Nikola Vucevic anchors the interior with 9.0 rebounds and 50.5% shooting. For Milwaukee, Giannis Antetokounmpo sets the tone at 28.0 points, 10.0 rebounds, and 5.6 assists on a dominant 64.5% from the field. Kevin Porter Jr. adds 16.8 points and 7.4 assists, while Miles Turner protects the rim with 1.6 blocks per game. The defining theme is clear: Chicago's pace and rebounding edge against Milwaukee's efficiency and interior force. Whoever controls the paint and second chances dictates the rhythm. Recent form tilts emotional momentum toward Chicago despite the record. The Bulls have dropped 4 of their last 5, losses to Miami twice, Indiana, and the Lakers, but they did squeeze out a 125-118 win over Miami in that stretch. Milwaukee has lost 5 straight: Boston, Washington, Philadelphia, Denver, and Oklahoma City. Defensive lapses and late-game struggles have defined this skid. The Bucks are searching for cohesion, the Bulls are searching for consistency. The star duel centers on Josh Giddey versus Giannis Antetokounmpo, a contrast in orchestration and overwhelming force. Giddey operates with pace and vision, steering an offense that generates nearly 30 assists per night as a team. His size at the guard spot allows him to see over defenses, manipulate passing angles, and control tempo without rushing possessions. Even his 77.5% free throw shooting adds late-game steadiness, making him a composed option when possessions tighten. Giannis, by comparison, is inevitability in motion. 64.5% from the field, relentless downhill pressure, and nearly 10 free throw attempts per game. He collapses defenses with each stride, forcing rotations that strain structure and stamina. If he establishes early paint dominance, Milwaukee's offense opens into clean perimeter looks and transition lanes. If Chicago walls up, crowds the lane, and forces kickouts, the Bulls can ignite their running game and shift the pace on their terms. Tactically, Chicago must win the rebounding battle and push in transition. Their 45.3 rebounds per game give them a measurable edge. Milwaukee must protect the ball and control tempo through Porter Jr.'s playmaking. The Bucks' higher field goal percentage suggests cleaner shot selection, but they can't afford empty trips. Defensively, Turner's rim protection and Giannis's length must counter Vucevic inside and Chicago's cutting game. After analyzing both teams, my first pick for this match is Chicago Bulls winner. Bench depth and defensive focus are the X factors. If Milwaukee tightens rotations and limits Chicago's assist flow, the Bucks can dictate a slower contest. If the Bulls turn this into a possession game with pace and second chances, they gain the leverage. This feels like a game decided by physicality and composure. Chicago's rebounding and ball movement should create just enough separation, especially against a Milwaukee team fighting its rhythm. Chicago's pace and control of the glass become the difference. My second pick for this match is total over 224.5. Phoenix Suns versus Portland Trail Blazers. The desert meets the Pacific Northwest with urgency attached. The Phoenix Suns arrive at 30-20, 8th in the Western Conference, trying to steady themselves in a packed playoff race. The Portland Trail Blazers sit 23-27, 10th in the West, fighting to hold ground in the play-in picture. Phoenix has dropped 5 straight. Portland has lost 4 of its last 5. Something has to give. The numbers lean toward the visitors, a 60.5% edge in win probability, but the margin is tight enough to demand execution. For Phoenix, it's about stopping the slide and protecting position. For Portland, it's about proving they belong in the postseason conversation. Phoenix scores 113.8 points per game while allowing 111.4. Portland posts 115.1 per night, but surrenders 117.9. The Blazers push tempo and generate offense, yet defensive resistance has been inconsistent. The Suns shoot 46% from the field and 36% from 3, with an 85% free throw clip. Portland hits 44.7% overall, 33.6% from deep, and 77.2% at the line. That efficiency gap is real. On the glass, Portland holds a 45.7 to 43.1 rebounding edge, powered by Donovan Clingan's 11.1 boards per game. Phoenix counters with activity, 10.2 steals per game compared to Portland's 8.1, and a disciplined 24.9 assists per contest. The Blazers distribute at 24.1 but turn it over 16.3 times a night, nearly 2 more than Phoenix's 14.4. Blocks tilt slightly toward Portland, 4.8 to 4.2. Offensively, Devin Booker leads Phoenix with 25.4 points, 6.2 assists, and 4.0 rebounds, shooting 45.6% from the field and 86.4% at the stripe. Dillon Brooks adds 21.1 points on 44.6% shooting. Mark Williams anchors inside with 8.0 rebounds and 1.0 block per game, finishing at 65.3% from the floor. Grayson Allen spaces the floor at 41.4% from 3 and 1.5 steals a night, giving Phoenix two-way balance. Portland's attack flows through Deni Avdija, averaging 25.5 points, 6.7 assists, and 7.2 rebounds while shooting 46.7% overall and 80% at the line. Shaedon Sharpe chips in 21.8 points and 1.5 steals, attacking downhill and stretching defenses at 34.4% from deep. Clingan provides rim protection and interior efficiency at 51.8% shooting, while Robert Williams III adds 1.4 blocks in limited minutes. The defining theme, Phoenix's efficiency and ball security against Portland's pace and size. It's precision versus pressure. Recent form favors neither side. Phoenix has lost 3 straight, including a 117-93 setback to the Clippers and a 111-102 loss to Miami. The lone bright spot in the last 5 was a 126-113 win over Cleveland. Defense has slipped late in games, and scoring droughts have lingered. Portland has dropped 4 of 5, most recently 130-111 to Cleveland. A 127-97 blowout of New York stands out, but losses to Washington, Boston, and Toronto revealed defensive inconsistency. They've allowed at least 110 points in 4 of the last 5, a troubling trend against a disciplined offense. All eyes settle on Booker versus Avdija. Booker operates with tempo control, probing, reading, punishing mismatches. He's a 3-level scorer with elite free throw accuracy. Avdija plays with force, rebounding his position and creating off the dribble. He fills the box score, initiates offense, and absorbs contact. Booker brings precision and spacing. Avdija brings volume and versatility. If Booker commands the mid-range and draws help, Phoenix's shooters will feast. If Avdija dictates pace and gets downhill, Portland's energy spikes. Tactically, Phoenix must value possessions. Their assist-to-turnover profile is cleaner, and their 36% three-point shooting can stretch Portland's rotating defense. Expect the Suns to attack closeouts and test Clingan in pick-and-roll coverage. After analyzing both teams, my first pick for this match is Phoenix Suns winner. Portland's path is physical. Win the glass. Push in transition. Force Phoenix into secondary actions late in the clock. Sharpe's athleticism and Clingan's presence at the rim are momentum changers. The X factor could be second-chance points. Portland's rebounding edge against a Suns team that can be vulnerable inside. Bench depth leans slightly toward Phoenix's balance, while Portland's energy swings on its starters' rhythm. Late-game execution favors the Suns' efficiency and free throw reliability. The Suns' superior shooting splits and ball control ultimately separate them. In a tight Western Conference battle, efficiency wins the night, and Phoenix steadies itself with a composed road performance. My second pick for this match is total over 220.5.